All right. It is officially December 18th, 2025. It's been a minute since I've made one of these videos. I don't think I made one last week, but I want to get back into it because it's definitely something important to just go back through price action and see what happened and just document it, journal it, go back and look at it and learn from it. So let's get right into it. I'm really just going to be looking at Nasdaq, so I don't really care much about ES today. Um, And December price action hasn't been the best. It's kind of been really short and inefficient. So it'll go to an area where we could see price go to, and then reverse, and then end up going to the actual draw on liquidity. So it hasn't really been efficient. So it's been kind of difficult to navigate through. But as long as you're taking short take profits and looking for the short move, um, low hanging fruit, you should be fine. Um, just a little bit different price action that we've been seeing. Not very efficient, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through last week's price action, even though today's already Thursday. I'm gonna go through last week's price action. This is Monday, so we'll mark out Sundays or Friday's little range right there, and then this one as well. And hopefully we can get all the way to it in the 1 minute time frame. Shoot. Oh yeah, so we should be good. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. So going into last week, it looks like it's 9:30. So 9:30 open. Oh, what we got before then? Bouncing up inside this range. I'm not even gonna try that. So forget about opening range gap for the Monday. Um, so what happens on Monday is we come down and take out internal lows. These internal lows down here. There's obviously resting sell side down here for here and here. Um, So price comes down, takes out this internal low, then immediately reverses, taking out buy side, these all these highs up here, and then quickly reverse. Um, then we get a CASD at 942. Price then reverses back up into this massive 930 fair value gap right here, which would also be first presented because we took out liquidity. So short position would be here. Stop loss here. And then let's go for standard deviation. And we take profit down here. Right down here. Looks something like this. Pretty long trade actually, because your entry would be at 943 and you'd be in until 925. So a little bit chop in there, but price does what it should be doing. Comes down and takes out all this sell side, takes out this sell side as well. That would probably be major sell side. Pretty nice little scalp right there. 2.86 RR, 100 points. Um, and that's about it for Monday. Right, as you can see, um, these are the quadrant levels. Price literally goes up into 0.25, fails to get to the top, rolls back over, comes down, taps point. I guess this is 0.25, so 0.75 up here, goes down past constant encroachment, goes back into it, and rolls back over into um, 0.25, and then all the way down to the bottom, the low of that daily wick, and then comes back up into this double fair value gap, respects the lower fair value gap, and then rolls back over, taking out -1 standard deviation and major sell side. So, I mean, pretty simple in hindsight, obviously. Um, you just gonna have to wait for certain levels and know what you're looking for, what draws you're looking for. But that's about it right there. You got liquidity sweep right here, CASD right here, and then retraces this inverse fair value gap, which is also first percent fair value gap, and then rolls over, goes back up into this double fair value gap, breakaway gap here, second fair value gap here, and then it rolls over into -1 standard deviation. So that's Monday. Honestly, I'm gonna leave first presented. Let's just see what happens throughout the week. I used to do this all the time. I haven't done this in a while because these fair value gaps do like to be what's the word, reused throughout the week, I guess. So, and keep in mind, this is Monday the 8th through Friday the 12th. So now we'll mark out. Well, we don't even get into there. So we would mark this out. I would mark this out in the morning, but since we don't even go into it for today's purposes of just going over price, I'm just gonna mark this out, the lower one out. So 9:31. Yeah. There's sell side right here at this low. This is the low of the daily wick. Price comes up, takes out this internal, basically leaves relative equal highs here, takes all this internal, rolls over, takes out that sell side just barely. We get a CISD right, CSD right here. We get first presented for value gap right here. So price doesn't come back into this area until 9:48. So we rip up higher and then we chop around for a little bit. Almost look like we're about to turn the other direction, but we never have a CSD. Because price invalidates this fair value gap and this fair value gap. Um, Actually, no, it doesn't invalidate this one until over here, but this inverse is this is basically the inevitable model if there is an SMT at these lows. Um, but basically the trade would look something like this. As soon as we enter here, and then stop loss here, and then we'll do the standard deviation. Something like that. Pretty long trade. Like, that's what I mean by inefficient. That price is just literally chops the whole day, but eventually gets where it needs to be. Um, the entry is pretty simple every day. It's kind of the same thing. Um, Cody Sweep, 931 was manipulation. We get a CISD, then we just have to wait for retracement to that first presented. You could also enter on this fair value gap as well. Since this is actually not even. I would be iffy even to enter on these. But the thing is, ICT says that the fair value gap after first presented, going the other direction. So this is a bearish. This is a BISI. This is a SIBI. This is a BISI, a sell side balance, buy side efficiency, and this is a buy side efficiency, sell side balance. So basically, you can use this fair value gap or this fair value gap to enter. This one is lower risk, but also higher risk of not being entered because it barely taps it right here. So if it never went down to here, you would have gotten your entry, you wouldn't have gotten filled. But price wanted to go back down to first presented fair value gap and the inverse fair value gap before the manipulation leg higher. And yeah, then we target -1, which is also all this buy side up here. There's relative equal highs. Basically, these are relative equal highs. And then there's also relative equal highs up here. But price also ended up taking down as well. So, and that's a 4.22 RR for 122 points. But that trade is also like 2.5 hours. So, I mean, that's what Tuesday is. That's Tuesday for you. Tuesday the 9th. Yeah. And again, we're going to keep the first presented fair value gap to see how price that wants to react off that. We have Mondays above, ends up getting tapped into, so we'll see that tomorrow. On Wednesday. Shit, I think I did have it. So this is Wednesday. So going into Wednesday at 8:30, we come up and tap this upper daily wick, and then we roll over into the discount daily wick. We're rolling over here. We have this liquidity sweep at 8:30 for this high, and then we start rolling over. Then we sweep this internal high. We tried to at least. We keep rolling over. Never really get a liquidity sweep here. So price comes down, continues after using this fair value gap right here, rolls over, taking out some type of sell side, and entering Tuesday's first presented fair value gap here. Respect it pretty nicely, and then roll higher. This is the Venom model. This one, I actually did take this trade. Like I said, I should be taking short profits. So it would look something like this. Isn't super high RR, but it's the model. It should be something like that. It's a 1-to-1. Yeah, basically 1-to-1. But it works, and it did work. And normally we would like to see price continue higher into taking out these relative highs. So I expected us to be something more like that. And then I ended up getting stopped out because I did expect to see this, but then we ended up just taking this out and rolling back over. Which, to be fair, we had this 8:30. I also wanted to see this 8:30 high get taken out, which we did later in the day. But we were in the bearish price leg, and price just came back up, took out these internal highs just to come back and roll over. And then there's no entry in here. Whole lot of chop through here. So yeah, that's honestly the only entry I saw in the morning was this little 1-to-1 RR. And then price ends up coming down, taking out more sell side, takes out this daily low. I think that's what it was. I was looking at it. takes out this daily low, right? Because we get really close to it here. And then we ended up taking it out right here at this low, and then that's when we start rolling over, and then seeing bullish price action. We got a CISD here. Um, Unfortunately, there's no retracements of fair value gap there or fair value gap there. Finally get one here, but then we just go higher. Not even to take out buy side, come back down, and then we start running higher. So I mean, there's probably a 5 minute right here, and that's what this is, a little 5 minute retracement to go higher. Then we chop around. This is very inefficient, to be honest. Like no real entries except for this morning, right there. But let me mark out Wednesday's first presented. Wednesday was just a little tougher, a little slower, a little tougher. But if you're in and out on this trade right here, then you should be fine. But realistically, I don't take 1-to-1s, so you'd probably never see me take profit there. I mean, it is December price action, so I've been more cautious of that. So, like today, I tried to take off early profits. Didn't end up happening because I moved my take profit because it looked like price wanted to continue, and then ended up taking out that internal high and just reversing again. You can't see here. I'm just telling you what happened this morning. And there was some I think there might have been news at 2 p.m. and maybe that's why. Because at news, we took out all this internal lows and then we started ripping higher. And this is an obvious entry for the highs. Um, if anything, you can just enter here and take profit at this high if you wanted to. Because we created relative highs or these highs up here. But you would have to hold through all this and then get up there. Um, yeah, that's about it for that. For Wednesday. So let's go into Thursday. Pretty short video today, honestly. Just being no opening range gap, nothing to. Um, oh my gosh, my leg is falling asleep in a cramp right now. Oh, oh, all right. Let's go to Thursday. It has this pretty big range, but it doesn't go very far in terms of candle close. Oh my gosh, my calf is like cramping and my leg just fell asleep. I don't know why. Wednesday. Thursday. Okay. So 9:30 pre-market. We're kind of just slowly going downwards, take out this internal high, go lower, lower, take out this internal high, start rallying back up. 9:22, we take out this internal high just barely, and then we tap the top of this daily wick. Then we start rolling over, they perfectly tap this, and then we start rolling over. 9:30, we roll over lower, enter Wednesdays and Tuesdays first presented for value gap. What is this? Oh, okay. Um, and also a consequent encroachment of this daily wick. Roll over to 0.25, and then we come back up into this first presented for value gap right here. Normally you have to wait until after 9:30, but like this is a pretty big for value gap, so 9:30 is bullish for value gap, or like volatile for value gap like this, you could say would be first presented. Um, so we can enter here. Stop loss there. And we dump pretty hard. Um, with this though, I don't think you could really use standard deviation because there's not much of a liquidity sweep. It's more of a continuation model. We'll see here. I mean, yeah, like 2.5, and then even -4 would be just down there. So can't really use standard deviation for this. So you have to be knowing where you want to see price go to. These relative lows down here look nice. I probably wouldn't have thought that we were going to go that low. Um, like there. Um, I mean, with this volatility, probably. So, little 311 RR. Um, to be honest, I don't think I would have caught that move. It's pretty quick. Um, you kind of just have to realize that price tapped this perfectly, used it perfectly, rolls over, and then goes into Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then we literally break low. We tap into this, break lower, come back up. You have to hold throughout all this. Take out internal buy side right here, and then we finally roll over again. Have a CISD right here. Also creating this fair value gap. You could enter here into this fair value gap right here, a little internal model, and then so I guess in that case, um, something like that. A one right there. But then also we dump this hard. You're not gonna expect us to just roll over right above unless we take out some sell side, which we really didn't. So we come back up, tap into this fair value gap right here. Um, well, actually, I wouldn't even, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even have been in that because we did take out sell side right here. So after we take out sell side here, I'm not looking for anymore, honestly. Like this is it. But price comes back up into this fair value gap and then rolls over again, hitting 2.5 of that standard deviation. So that's Thursday. Um, let's get into Friday now and call it a day. So we also had this fair value gap right, or this price imbalance right here. I think it's a volume imbalance. Yeah, the volume imbalance and make it yellow. We'll scale down to 1 minute. So Friday. So this is kind of like why I use the first percentage. Crazy, they're all in this area. So there's literally we tap all three levels on Friday, which is probably why we dump so hard. Is that like this the whole week was setting up for this move. Um 9:30 open, we come down, take out take out the sell side, and then we started rolling higher, come back up, take out this internal buy side, tap into Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays first presented for rally gap. And then we roll over, get a CISD here. Um Here. And then we wait for retracement. Is this for value gap? Is inverse right here. Um Price goes up into this inverse, uses it to go lower. Well, this is reclaim for value gap actually, which is also inverse for value gap. So we get an entry there. To be honest, I probably would have entered here. Probably would have got stopped out because CSD here and then retracement back. We didn't even get back into this order block or anything, but eventually here we get into it. Use this inverse rollover, and um, then we go into 1 here, 2 here, and negative 2.5 there, and then we ended up getting all the way down to 4. Um, Taking out all the sell side. and we end up dumping, literally taking out all sell side. All these, I mean, this is relative lows. Like this is border, like textbook, a low and then a lower low, or a higher low, just above this low. So these are bound to be taken out. This is Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, opening price actions like 10 o'clock. So Friday was just bound to take out those. Um, that's exactly what happened. We just came up into these first presented for value gaps and then just roll over. We also tapped into zero point 0.5 of this daily wick, which is right here. So we tap into 1, 2, 3, 4 levels that we wanted to see get respected. They get respected, take out internal buy side, so 5 levels, and we finally ended up rolling over. Um, and then dumped Friday, like insanely dumped. But that's it. Um, I mean, it looks like we didn't even use this imbalance yet, so I don't know if we used it this week or if we ever came back. We haven't even came back to it, so I'm guessing that's our next target is this yellow daily imbalance. I want to make it look nicer. Yeah, it's just a new day opening gap. Um, let me delete everything now. So yeah, that's our next target, to be honest. Like our daily target. Fill that bitch in. Right now we just came down and respected this high time frame for value gap. Basically literally zero point 0.5, almost like so algorithmically. And then we're just gonna I think next week we're gonna be rolling higher, taking out this relative equal highs up there, take out all these relative equal highs, and then probably go to all time highs on the next week. So I'll I guess I'll make a video tomorrow or maybe the next day about this week's price action. This was the 8th to the 12th, or right, the 8th to the 12th. Yeah, the 8th to the 12th. Um, I know no one fucking watches these, but it doesn't really matter. Um, I'll see you next week, or for next week's price action when I make the video. Till then, stay safe, good trading. God bless. Deuces.